Hey everybody, Mike Iscovitz here, Chief Meteorologist here at Fox 26. Thanks for checking in with us on our digital streaming platforms at Fox Local, and also check us out at our website, fox26houston.com. I want to tell you about here, as of Saturday, what are we growing more confident about? What do we really know almost for certain right now? And then what's still kind of a little bit iffy? So let's get the latest on all this. So we're going to start out here with what is now very likely, and that is that we're going to have frigid air, talking about several mornings in the 20s, probably at least 4 mornings in the 20s, maybe 5 mornings in the 20s, with the coldest mornings coming up probably on Wednesday, where we could get down to the teens in some spots, at least low to mid 20s. We're going to have a very windy, blustery, cold marathon, and also a very cold MLK Day, probably in the 30s for all of those parades. And then now, I could say we're confident we're going to get snow in our area. Unfortunately, we're also going to get ice in our area, which means that we could have a glaze on the roadways as early as Tuesday morning, which is a very hazardous situation. As I've been saying all week long, snow is fun. Ice is not at all. Ice not only makes for slippery roadways, but it also can knock the power out by knocking down tree limbs and things like that if enough ice accumulates. So what's still uncertain is how much snow are we going to see? Will it be an inch of snow around Houston combined with some ice, which would be a real mess? And could there be some streaks from Houston northward that see maybe 2 or 3 inches of snow, or possibly more? It's just too early to say for sure. And I'm telling you, the models are going back and forth, back and forth. How serious will the ice accumulation be on roadways for Tuesday and Wednesday? For example, will schools be closed again on Wednesday? My bet would be yes, but we're not sure just yet. And also, how impactful will the hard freeze be? That's mainly coming up Tuesday and on Wednesday morning. So those are our concerns. I want to talk about freezing rain. So this is our Fox model and what it's depicting for us for freezing rain. Remember, it's a little confusing. Sleet is when you have frozen raindrops that are falling. Freezing rain is when you have liquid rain that's falling that freezes on contact with surfaces like bridges, like cars, like roofs and things like that, freezes on contact with power lines and trees. And so that can be very damaging because it could knock the power lines down, it can knock the tree limbs down, things like that. So this is the approximate area for freezing rain. The reason, by the way, that you're not seeing it north of Houston, the woodlands northward, is because that's where the Fox model is depicting snow. So instead of freezing rain, it's showing snow there. So this is a look at the latest advisory we have. It's a cold weather advisory. This used to be called a wind chill advisory, but now it's cold weather advisory. It goes into effect Sunday 3 a.m. through noon. And this is to warn you that the wind chills will be running between 20 and 25 degrees. So rough. I've been showing you this what I think is a really interesting model comparison here over the last few days. It's a comparison between the European computer model, which at least as of the latest run is much more aggressive with snow, and the GFS model, which is a little bit less aggressive with snow, but showing a much bigger hazard for ice and freezing rain, which would be that pink area. So we need to be ready for everything here coming up on Tuesday morning. Excited about snow, but very cautious about some ice that may be mixed in. Here's the ice forecast from the GFS model, which you'll see here is in agreement with that Fox model that I was sharing with you, which is that there could be a glaze of ice forming across the area from San Antonio and Austin back across to Houston and over to Louisiana as well. And in fact, we may get it a little bit worse than they're going to get in central Texas. The snowfall forecast is highly variable, like I said. It's one of the things that we're really uncertain about. We're certain we're going to get snow, but the exact location and amounts too early to say. For example, here for Houston proper, the GFS is not showing very much, but check out what the latest run of the Euro is showing. It's like winter wonderland around here. Is this possible? Of course it's possible. It's just right now it doesn't really look likely. Snowfall like that is like only happens a couple times a century, so 5-6 inches of snow in Houston, so it's not real common. Check this out. So low temperatures tonight. So we're talking about Saturday night into Sunday morning. about 11 in Amarillo, 19 Abilene, 29 Austin, and about 33 here. The next night, so heading into Sunday night, about 15 Amarillo, 21 Dallas, and about 28 here. And then heading into Monday night through Tuesday morning, that is go time. That's when we're probably going to start to see some snow falling and some ice accumulating. 27 here in Houston, freezing temperatures down to Corpus Christi, in the 20s for Austin and Dallas, and about 7 in Amarillo. And by the way, the Texans game, I don't know when you're watching this, but the Texans game is going to be in the teens up there in Kansas City here on this Saturday. So here's the 7-day forecast as we see things here on Saturday. Today is going to be a windy and dry day, but the weather is still fine for any last-minute preparations. You want to run to the store, gas up the car, go grocery shopping, whatever you need to do, cover the pipes and so forth. And then tomorrow will be cold, but you can still do some preparations. It isn't going to be icy. Monday, very cold again and probably windy. Tuesday is our Fox 26 storm alert day. That's going to be everything basically shut down, I think, just out of an abundance of caution because of ice and snow. Hopefully it's a fun snow day, but I do want to caution you that ice is a big concern for traveling. And then beyond that, look at the low temperature there coming up on Wednesday, Thursday, and heading into Friday. Still probably freezing every single morning during that time frame. So yeah, this is going to be a pretty long-lived situation for us. So that's the summary here as of Saturday morning at the time of this recording. And just stay with us here at Fox Local. You'll find tools here or information for you about how to do things like protect your sprinkler system. Sally McDonald brought us that. How to wrap your pipes if you need to do that. And also remember space heater safety. Local fire departments are advising people things like don't leave a space heater unattended. Keep it far away from anything that's flammable. Don't keep your house warm with your oven. A lot of things like that. And finally, a couple of things that I would remind everybody. And it sounds like at the time like common sense, but sometimes people let their guard down. If you're going to use your car to stay warm or to charge your phone, don't run it in a garage with the door closed, with the garage door down. We had tragedies during the 2021 storm from that. Also, if you're running a generator, put it as far away from the house as you can because carbon monoxide is colorless, odorless, and deadly. All right, I'll have more updates for you coming up later on. And let's see, John Dawson is going to be in tonight with more updates, so we'll see what he has to say with some new data coming up for this evening. Have a great day, everybody.